Hello there and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of Reiki. I'm thinking about doing a bit of deep healing Reiki for everyone. I know energy has been all over the place. I keep getting bad news left and right about people going through stuff. And I want to send as much love and light out into the world as possible. So I do want to begin with a bit of a card reading that I did just to see what energy we might be in. The first thing that I did notice are a bunch of mountains, right? And so whenever I see mountains through my shamanic training, I visualize this as reaching that higher level, reaching that higher space, reaching that higher perspective. So for a lot of us, I think a good practice when we are in a good calm state of mind is taking a big step back, looking at the world around us, looking at our lives from a different objective, kind of like that third objective, away from everything, away from all the daily stress, all the daily anxiety that might be going on in our personal lives. I'll show you the cards and let you kind of decipher for yourself what they might mean for you. And so I have the gateway, open doors, opportunities, right timing. And so with this, I feel like I said, there are a lot of mountains in this short reading, but it is about reaching that higher elevation, reaching those higher spaces, reaching that higher consciousness. So kind of crown chakra and the chakra I've spoken about before, above our physical form. And here, the imagery here, I see like lions. It feels like you're stepping into a library, that knowledge, that hidden energy. Give me 1 second. And I have not forgotten, messages from spirit, unbroken connection. And so I feel like it's a good space to kind of clear your mind, clear your thoughts, and kind of step into that higher perspective and see what comes up. I have be the mountain, slow and steady, foundations and patience. And for me, this is immediately reading as what are our daily habits that help form who we are, right? And I know a lot of us, it's the beginning of the year, we want to have those resolutions, things we want to work on, things we want to do. And there are different techniques of doing it, but creating the list of like, who do you want to be by the end of the year or the next few months, and kind of breaking it down into smaller steps. That way, each step you take, you're slowly getting there. You want strong habits because when life kind of knocks you down, having those habits are going to help put you at that place you need to be. It's what you're going to fall back on, to rely on. And this could be any type of practice, a creative practice, drawing, painting, singing, playing music, playing sports, exercising, reading. And these are things that I'm trying to work on, and even if it's busy, I try and find a pocket. Even if I read a few paragraphs or a paragraph from a book I want to check out, there's a good place to be. The last card I have is the Holy Mountain, Soul Calling, Sacred Journey, and Pilgrimage. And I feel like we are all kind of have been going through this pilgrimage for a long time, more than the last like 4 or 5 years. I feel like maybe the last 10 years have been a slow upheaval, and the last few years a lot more has been going on, trying to push us to the next level. I'm going to begin by doing a bit of Reiki, pulling any heavy energy, pulling any dense energy. I'm going to see what meditation I can come up with. It's different than what I was visualizing doing today, but I think we'll be able to find something. I feel like this is telling me we need to connect to higher self. And I've done a few videos on this before, and I think it doesn't hurt to try again and to do again. And so I use the term higher self. It is a popular coin term on spiritual TikTok, spiritual anywhere. But the way that I see it is future self, our soul, connecting to those aspects of us. Who are we in the future when we make the decisions we make now, the habits we decide to try and form right now in this moment. So I want you to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. At some point I do want to do a deeper healing video, and I will be posting that on my YouTube, Alchemy by Ken. Just because I feel like the world needs a lot of healing right now, and we've been going through a lot of struggles, a lot of battles. There's many different perspectives we can take and feel, and there are no right or wrong ones. Whatever you feel in this moment is valid. And I know a lot of us see spirituality, we see kind of like, we think of like the Buddhist monks meditating and kind of severing ourselves from emotions. But I think we're here in this human body to feel those emotions. We can learn how to cultivate them and react differently. But I think it's about experiencing everything, the good, the bad. And so there are decisions I want to make, decisions I want to do, things I want to work on. And it's been heavy, it's been hard, and I've been stopping myself. But we have to remember we do have free will. We do have a choice. And we have to do what is best for us. Us as empaths can't keep giving and pouring from empty cups. We must fill our own cup up. And that's kind of what led me down the Reiki journey in the beginning, where I was giving a lot of social energy, a lot of inner energy, my own personal energy to others, and it leaves us depleted and drained. And so I invite you to kind of take a different perspective. Instead of giving your own energy, instead of giving your own advice to those not listening, just be an open space if you want to help someone. Kind of like that therapist point of view, or if you studied human design, that projector point of view, where it's not about giving them the solution, but asking them the questions where they can question themselves. So it's like, why do you feel this way? Why do you feel wrong? But also validating at times, like, yeah, that does suck. That is not great, what happened. But I know for me, it's always been like, oh, you have a problem, I'm going to try and think of a solution. I'm going to figure out something and that's going to help you. And the people rarely ever took that advice. So it was wasted energy, wasted emotions, wasted thoughts. What we need to do is just create space. Create space for those around us. Create space for those that need it. I want you to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Another deep breath in and slowly exhale. Hey Tommy, I'm glad you're here. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for all the likes and the subscribes and the shares. Hope this is resonating with you all. And then I know TikTok is kind of all over the place, so if you check out my YouTube, Alchemy by Ken, I have all my old Reiki videos up there, all the old energy that I've kind of put together and pulled from source and divine energy. And that's what I like about Reiki, where it's this universal energy and it goes where it needs to. So I could set an intention for any of my videos, but whatever needs healing is gonna get healed. Let me just check the comments really quickly. All right. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I'm gonna kind of challenge people, because I've seen a lot of people, and I'm upset as well, where TikTok doesn't seem like it's gonna be doing too well in the future. And I kind of want to throw the ball into everyone's court. Find that new space that feels safe to you, but also with that time, I think, create something, learn something, build something. Go inward and see who you really are. And today we're gonna kind of be doing that in a little bit. We'll get to a meditation point, and I want you to speak to higher self, to future self, to who you're meant to become. We'll get to a meditation point, and I want you to speak to higher self, to future self, to who you're meant to become. And it is entertaining, it is fun, it does give me that point of view of the world. But I also think we need to go inwards, connect in new ways. And that's where I found in spirituality, where I needed this sense to connect to everything. It has helped. It has been good. I've been taking the books that I found here on TikTok or on my own spiritual journey, kind of using that as like secondary inspiration or things I want to learn. And so in the beginning I learned like Reiki, shamanism. Now I want to learn breath work. I do think something new will come along in time that, if this doesn't last, will kind of replace that. A lot of times, my beginning of my TikTok career, my daily inspiration was literally whatever I found and needed in the world is what I shared with others, and then advice that I was giving to people that weren't taking it, that's what I was sharing with the world, because if they weren't going to listen, someone will. Hello, I'm doing good, I'm doing alright. It's been a roller coaster. And then kind of going back to some of the cards that I pulled, I have the gateway, where I think of the universe, right? Where it doesn't close one door without opening another, without finding something else. And right now, yes, it's a battle, it's a struggle. It's a lot to figure out. I've been trying to grow my business here for a very long time, maybe the last 4 years. But I think, how do we adapt to change, right? How do we adapt and find new ways and new possibilities of connecting with people? And I feel like here we've made a lot of friends. I feel like we've made a ton of people. Finding ways to connect with them and stay in contact with them. My personal ultimate goal was always to kind of maybe take a step away from the app and start creating physical communities around me if possible. But I know where I'm at right now is not possible. So that's been the fun of this app, where it's allowed us to find friends, it's allowed us to find connections, it's allowed us to be our true selves with people. Welcome in, enjoy. And yeah, if it does go away, I know there is this grief, this loss. We're all connected here in many ways. But kind of like Reiki, the energy goes where it needs to, and I feel like the people meant to be with us are going to be with us. They're going to find ways. So any stress, anxiety, any worry that you're holding on to right now, let go of it. And earlier I was talking about empaths kind of giving energy from themselves. I want you as empaths to try something different. I want you to try visualizing sunlight around you, or if you can step into sunlight, or if there's an element that you like working with, sit with it. I want you to feel that energy coursing throughout the entire body, because the physical body does have the components of all those elements, right? Earth, fire, wind, water, air. Yeah, TikTok helped me learn different Reiki techniques. I had studied Reiki separately just because it popped up one day when I was going through my healing journey, and something I wanted to take a look at. Then I saw other people using it in kind of the same fashion that I am, and I was like, I can do something like that. But yeah, you're right. We did learn a lot from here. We have gained a lot of inspiration from being here. I do feel like new inspirations are going to come. New pathways are going to come. Yeah, I want you to sit with those elements and feel those elements flowing through the body before you help someone, before you step into a space where you need to give yourself to others, to open sacred space. And a good technique that I've seen in my practice, just taking a deep breath in and just slowly exhaling, almost like you're blowing, trying to whistle. And I want you to imagine that air made out of light, creating and forming a bubble around you, creating and forming a protective circle around you. And whenever we help others, whenever we communicate with others or talk to others, I think it's good to create this shield, to create this bubble. And then I'll show you something I learned from my shaman training. It's known as opening the Virkocha, and it's about opening the chakra, the 8th chakra, just above your head, and creating a shield around you. So what you would do is kind of just have your hands together like this, and just pulling all the way up and opening around you, and just kind of pulling it down around the body. And that's something you would do a few times a day. A mentor says every 4 hours, but whenever you feel called to, or even opening it multiple times, to create that shield, to create that protection. That way you can open sacred space and allow those that you might be helping to vent, to talk about things, to go through their heavy emotions without having it imprint on you, having it kind of stick to you. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Because for those of us that do want to help others, it is about helping them, but not fully pouring ourselves into them, right? We don't want to absorb too much of their energy, and we don't want to enforce too much of what might be coming towards us, because sometimes people just need that space to vent and to talk. Yeah, it's a good one. I think it's called this. I always forget the name of the 8th chakra, the Sea Star chakra or the Sea Soul chakra. And so in Karo Incan shamanism, it's a chakra that just exists right above the head, and in theory that contains the soul, it contains the energy of who we are, our higher selves. And so when we pull that down, we're pulling down that knowledge that we know beyond this world. We're pulling down that healing energy from beyond this world. And then in Quechua, Huiracocha means kind of like universal water, God water, healing water. So it's an energy meant to protect us, to shield us. And so it's also kind of like that yoga move where you just kind of put your hands all the way up, then bring them down, then come back to center. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I do love being here. I do love the community that I have here. I'm glad the explanation helps. Yeah, when I learned it, it was life-changing, and that's kind of what left me to study like Karo Incan shamanism. I had a mentor, and I was going through a lot, and when I was doing the shamanic journeys with her, it was the only time that I could feel like I could start putting my life back together. And truthfully, with all the stuff happening in the world and happening in personal life, I've kind of fallen off the wagon a bit. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things here, sharing that knowledge. So I think more than ever, I think us finding our own spirituality, our own healing practices is going to help a lot on our journey. Especially those of us going through burnout, going through a lot of heavy energy. Alright, I'm going to begin using a few crystals. I'm just doing 2 today, 2 that I felt called to. I'm going to use selenite and obsidian. Because when I began my journey, it was these 2 that took me a long way. I'm sorry you went through I'm sorry, guides. Haven't fully been there with you, and I think that's fair to be angry at them. There's a lot of things that happen in my life where it's just like, why am I doing this? Why am I going through this? And I'm hoping this next portion kind of helps a bit. So those of you that can, we're going to go into a bit of a meditative space. And so in my shamanic training, we like picking a place in nature, a place that feels calm and gentle to us, a place that feels calm with us. I agree. Reiki has helped a lot. It helped put me back together. So So you could pick a place in nature that you've been to, or a place in nature that has existed at some point in time. And I'd like for you to visualize yourself there. So I want you to, if you want, you could feel free to close your eyes, whatever you feel called to. But I want you to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I want you to let go of this world for a moment and step into the inner mind. I want you to step into that place of nature that you feel called to. I want you to feel the environment around you. What nature is there? What can you see? What can you feel? Can you feel the wind? Can you feel the earth around you? Can you feel the plants? Can you feel the sunlight beaming down on you? I want you to feel the sunlight. I want you to feel the energy traveling from the top of the head down through the spine, traveling through the nerves, the tendons, the muscles, the skin. Here I want you to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale, letting go of any of that heavy energy, letting go of any of that worry, any of that stress. I want you to feel that light energy traveling into the heart space, and healing the heart wherever it needs to, or anywhere in the body that needs healing. Take another deep breath in and slowly exhale. I want you to look around your environment again and notice the sunlight fading and the moon beginning to rise. You see the full moon and the pure white light beaming down on you. You notice the light beginning to fold and create a staircase. You begin walking up the staircase. And at the very top is a platform with an ancient mirror, a very long mirror. And you walk over to it, and here you look into it and see your reflection. You look and see your future self, your higher self, who you're meant to be in the future, or just the pure essence of what your soul is. Take a moment and speak with them. Ask them for any guidance on the path and struggles that you might be encountering right now. Ask them for any advice for anything that you might be struggling with. I want you to ask them for any gifts or presents they'd like to offer you during any of the struggles you might be encountering right now. for you to take a moment, thank them for any advice they've given you, any presents they've offered you. I'd like for you to take a moment and step through the mirror and step into their point of view, step into their form. Feel like what it feels like in the future when you have the things that you want, when you've overcome the struggles that you're going through right now. Notice the life that they have around them, the life that you might be seeking. When you're ready, we can let go of that vision, come back to the physical realm. I'll ring a bell to kind of bring us back a bit. I'd like for you to take a deep breath in, slowly exhale. If you can, just stretching, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, rolling the shoulder back, unclenching the jaw. And if you have something to write with, feel free to write down what you might have envisioned in that meditation. And if you'd like to comment anything you've experienced, feel free to do so. I'm always curious what you saw or what presents you might have received. I use this a lot during my one-on-one meditations, my sessions. I like to see what items we receive. Redwood trees, those are beautiful. And then what you could also do is you could also search like the spiritual meaning of said item in the other realms, or intuitively, what does it feel like? I feel like travel for you, Shanti. I feel like going somewhere with trees or going into the redwood forest. Or even just meditating and going there, like a spiritual journey. Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, during full moon meditations, my mentor used to do that a lot, and it always used to help give me this clarity. So that's been one of my favorite ones, just kind of having that vision. And I like having everyone step through the mirror and kind of feel that energy, because in terms of manifestation, we're like, what do we want? What we're seeking is not always the physical thing, but the emotional, energetic thing. And I think if we can feel that, even for a moment, it helps us align to where we want to go, what we want to feel. And so that can kind of be that happy place. So whenever you might feel stressed out, just taking a step back from everything and then kind of going to that place. And yeah, like I've learned complex spirituality, but I want things as simple as possible. So whenever things are too heavy, go into a place of nature and visualize being there. Or if you have a memory in that place, just going there and sitting with it. Because was it yesterday? I lose track of time. Yesterday we talked about kind of anxiety, and sometimes it's the mind just running around, running circles, running all over. And when we actively choose to create something, it changes that a bit. You had a dream every night in the redwoods, California forest. Yeah, I want to go. I've always just seen videos of them. And then Tree Star, how have you been? I know yesterday was a bit all over the place. I hope things were okay. I hope you're okay. And then I'm just checking the comments really quickly. Am I fine? And then yeah, I'm gonna be posting this later on or tomorrow on my YouTube channel, Alchemy by Ken. So if you want to check that out, a ton of my old Reiki videos are up there. So anyone kind of looking for a bit of healing in the moment, that helps. Things have calmed a bit. Very grateful for the outpouring above. I'm glad things are okay. I'm glad that they calmed down for a bit. Thank you. Alright, I've been doing selenite for a while. I'm gonna wrap things up with a bit of obsidian. Thank you, Enjoy. Yeah, I think I followed you back, so I have some Reiki videos posted here under my friends list. Let me see, am I following you, Shanti? I'll follow you back. See, I've been trying to post some Reiki videos whenever I go live up here, but I've just been keeping it private just because, I don't know, I have this love-hate relationship with the app. It's put me through a lot. They're just toxic people in the world at times. Thank you for the heart. Am I following you? Yes. But yeah, everything, I don't know what's gonna happen with the app, but yeah, everything I've done is up on my YouTube. And I do intend to keep posting there. If the app sticks around, I'll keep posting stuff here. Just because I know all of my community is right here. I love you guys. I know, every day I kind of think about it a bit, where it's like so many people relied on me, and then I just had to take that big step back. I think I need to see inwards a bit, or learn to be safer about what I do. Thank you, Lisa. And then the way I've seen spirituality as I've learned more and more things is, honestly, if you want to keep it simple, your imagination. Change the way you think about things. Do visual meditations that you feel called to. Even if you've seen an imagery in like a TV show or cartoon or something that resonates with you, just visualizing that, I think, helps give you that inner strength. For those wanting to make big changes in their life, I saw a post a while ago where it's like, literally create or find a character that would do the things that you need to do and start embodying who they are, their personality a bit. And I find that does give a bit of courage. Yeah, your imagination is going to be your most powerful tool. It can also be the most dangerous tool, because just the way the mind works, right? The mind is designed to help protect us, right? So we think of all the negative things that have happened and can potentially happen because of what has happened. But if we can take a step back and start focusing on things that might have been going right, things that are good right now in this moment, or at least find those pockets of just calm energy. And for me, like listening to white noise or waves or waterfalls, that helps get me there. And just visualizing something. And I want to start reading again. I used to read a lot just because it's fun, just reading the words and just having the imagery pop into my head in different ways. Then even tarot and oracle, I'm not great at reading them based on the book definitions, but like just looking at the imagery, kind of like this one, I had the Holy Mountain, Soul Calling, Sacred Journey, Pilgrimage. And I just like looking at the imagery and visualizing it, trying to visualize what does it feel like, what does it feel like to be there, what is the energy that's emitting from the mountain. And I feel like that's what shamans in the past have done before they taught each other, right? Just connect with nature. And if we can't connect with nature, how can we connect with ourselves? And I found the easiest way to connect with the self is connecting to the inner child. So visualizing yourself as a child or teenager or wherever you need to be, and just different things you can do, right? You could imagine telling them all the cool things you've accomplished in this life and seeing how they react. Or if there was hurt or pain in those moments, just offering love and support that maybe you didn't have in those moments. And I feel like those are good ways of kind of re-visualizing the world, resetting the self, reparenting the self. And then those of us going through hardship right now, imagine your inner child, your younger self, being there and offering you comfort and support, or even your future self, those that have gone through and passed through the challenges already, fully awakened, ready to step into a new energy, a new world. And then I was saying, like, the mind is unique because it wants to protect and save us. We have like what, between 50 and 90,000 thoughts a day, and more than half of those can be negative because the brain is just trying to protect us from different things. We've got some cats running around or wanting to run around soon. But yeah, finding whatever light we can and sharing that with others. But yeah, the easiest thing, your imagination. From this moment, I think learning to cultivate your imagination, finding the more positive lights whenever you can. You're allowed to feel everything that you feel. You're allowed to feel the heavy energy, the dense energy, the sorrow, the pain. But then remembering to take that moment, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to feel more connected with the world around you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sign off. Hey Tom, it's been a while, yep. Oh, sorry, I think I sent an invitation by accident. I'm gonna follow you back. I've been posting some Reiki videos here under my friends list, so I sent you a follow. That way, if anyone wants to catch anything that I've done, it's up there. And then last time, if you want to check out my YouTube, Alchemy by Ken, all my Reiki videos are going to continue going up there. I might even try going live on there at some point in time around this time. So that's going to be fun to see. But I'm going to miss you all and hope we all stay connected in one way or the other. Thank you all for being here, and I hope this meditation has helped you on the path that you're on right now. Thank you. A little bit later, Aqua Blue, I'm gonna post this up here. So as soon as I'm able to download it, I will be posting it here. Thank you all for the gifts, like, subscribe. Thank you all for hanging out and listening to me rant and ramble. I hope this all resonated with you all. I'm sending you all light and love. Remember, you got this, guys. See you all soon.